If you eat at Chick-fil-A or don't eat at Chick-fil-A based on political reasons, you're an idiot. The only reason you should eat at Chick-fil-A is if you want a chicken sandwich, and the only reason you shouldn't eat at Chick-fil-A is if you don't want a chicken sandwich or you're too poor to afford one because you work at some hole like Chick-fil-A. Now, before we get too far into this video, I want to remind you to subscribe and hit that stupid alert bell. I also want to remind you to give this video a thumbs up, show it the same kind of love I showed your mama last night. Just kidding. It was your dad. These lefties who tell me not to eat at Chick-fil-A, they drive me nuts. I know this issue is a little old hat, but I think it's still kicking around. Why can't I have the chicken sandwich? Why? Why not? Because Chick-fil-A is anti-LGBTQIA+? By the way, guys, cool it with the letters, all right? It's getting silly, okay? Well, as a bisexual, I gotta say, I don't really give a shit. Like, what is Chick-fil-A really gonna do? Is Chick-fil-A coming to my house? They slapping the dick out of my hands? They saying to me, no, bitch, you need less dickin' and mo chicken. If they ever pull that shit, okay, I'm down with the cause. At that point, I'm not saying I'm gonna burn down a Chick-fil-A, but you might spot me in the vicinity of a burnt down Chick-fil-A. Might be the suspect in a Chick-fil-A related arson. Sure, that might be the case. I admit it. But they ain't doing that, are they? You know when like Raytheon or IBM waves the rainbow flag around and shouts pro-gay slogans? We all know they're full of shit, don't we? IBM helped the fucking Nazis commit the Holocaust, for fuck's sake. If IBM is full of shit about being pro-gay and we all know it, then why do we always take Chick-fil-A at their word when they say they're anti-gay? We have this idea now that brands have ideologies, that brands have opinions. They don't. Brands have objectives. Really an objective. You got any money in your pocket? Oh yeah? Well, they want it. You like to dress in leather? You like a gimp mask? You like getting pounded in the butt? Cool. Well, we here at Chipotle think that's just groovy. We love and support you. Aren't we sweet? Anyway, how about you give us some of your fucking money so our overpaid CEO can continue to make 3,000 times as much money as our average employee. Real fucking stat, by the way. Do you like Jesus Christ? Is he your Lord and Savior? Oh, that's adorable. We here at Chick-fil-A are happy to pander to the Bronze Age mythology that you're currently cucked to. Unlike other ungodly companies, we recognize the Sabbath day and keep it holy. Aren't we just swell? Anyway, how about you give us some of your fucking money so that we can clog up those precious Christian arteries and get you up there to meet Jesus a little bit fucking sooner, huh? Oh, my little degenerates. I promise you that your burrito is not pro-gay. Even if it does kind of look like a big dick that you want to put in your mouth. I also promise you that your chicken sandwich is not anti-gay. Even if it's, even if the chicken itself was gay, right? I mean, it's dead now. I know what you're saying. It's different, TJ. Chick-fil-A actually gives money to homophobic organizations. It's not just words. They follow it up with actions. Oh, they give money to homophobic, well, so do half the fucking companies currently flying the rainbow flag right now. Hell, in this country, one of the only two viable political parties is anti-LGBTQ, right? Republicans, we all know this, they hate the gays. Yet Chick-fil-A is the issue? Chick-fil-A is a battleground? Here's where I stand. I like LGBTQ people, and I am an LGBTQ person. Even if I'm the least goddamn respected letter in the thing, I do like they put us bisexuals right in the middle though, you know? Because that is, to be fair, that is where we like it. Can't I just get my chicken sandwich somewhere else, you might be asking? To which I would reply, like from where? From one of the ethical corporations? I mean, every corporation in America is an evil piece of shit that would slit 1 million people's throats a day if it could make 15 bucks a throat and no one would stop them. I'm tired of this, oh, we're gonna pat ourselves on the back because we didn't eat the homophobic chicken thing, you know? Like, people act like it's some kind of rock in the face of the system, like they really stood up for something and made a great sacrifice. Had people act like, oh, I don't eat Chick-fil-A because their beliefs. It's like, what? What do you want, accolades? Chick-fil-A's sales have not been impacted by this. Even with 70% of Americans now supporting gay marriage, no one has really stopped going to Chick-fil-A. Boycotts in general just don't work, right? Remember when all the conservatives went out and bought Nikes so they could burn them, you know? Why? Because Nike was pro Colin Kaepernick, kneeling for justice. And of course, Nike stands for justice. Yeah, one of the most notorious export U.S. jobs to foreign sweatshops companies is now super psyched to take a stand for justice. More like they know black people buy their shoes and they want to keep it that way. They know black athletes wear their shoes and they want to keep it that way. But you know what? If you're a 12-year-old Cambodian girl in a sweltering factory tasked with cranking out 100 pairs of sneakers for 17 cents a day, Nike's great humanitarianism vanishes. It vanishes so fast you think it was like a fucking magic trick. Now you see it. Now you don't. Abra-ca-fucking-dabra. Is there a broader point here? Or is this just a fat fucking American trying to rationalize his chicken sandwich addiction? Well, to be honest with you, I think it's more the second thing. But if you want a deeper meaning to justify the fact that you're still watching this, then here's my attempt to give one to you. If you want to hold this entire broken and fucked up system accountable for what it's done to this planet, then let's rise up as a people and do just that. But if you want a virtue signal by selectively fighting symbolic battles so that you can achieve the impossible outcome of looking good on social media, then fuck you to the furthest depths of hell. No one looks good on social media. We all look like buffoons because we are. Only a buffoon would want any part of the inane drivel that currently passes for discourse in this or any other nation. Luckily, the B in LGBTQ, in my case anyway, also stands for buffoon, and thus I am proud to bring you this and other hot takes on a semi-regular-ish basis. Even though it means fuck all in the grand scheme of things, and you probably have 101 complaints about it. TJ, you missed this point. You didn't understand this. You are not nuanced. For example, didn't even get into the vegans, didn't even get into the vegetarians. They hate Chick-fil-A on a whole deeper fucking level, right? They don't eat meat at all. Except for when they do, and don't tell anyone, because that doesn't happen. They're trying to end the chicken holocaust, you guys. They use that word too, Holocaust. Like Colonel Sanders to them is on the same level of evil as Hitler. I admit, some fucked up shit does go down at them factory farms, but the reality is that vegans have made the same ethical arguments for decades and they've not made a dent in the lifestyle of Americans. Even when people agree with all their arguments, they don't stop eating meat. I've actually known several people who've told me some variation of this basic story. Man, I went to the slaughterhouse and I saw the conditions there and I didn't eat meat for months. Months! Not forever, not years, months. I didn't eat meat for months. You know why? Because eventually most people come back to the simple realization that chicken tastes good. Even if the chicken holocaust is horrible. And Nikes look good, even if the Cambodian kid that's making them dies of heat stroke trying to meet her Jordan's quota. And chocolate tastes good, even though it's picked by child slaves. And Amazon is a convenient system that brings you your stuff super quick, super fast, even if it is built on an inhumane and brutal exploitation that uses people up and treats its employees like disposable chattel. I guess my larger point is this. We are all weak. We know what we participate in is the very rot that consumes us, but deep down inside, we don't really give a shit. It's more of an intellectual recognition that things are messed up than it is a visceral reaction to the various injustices of the world. So, eat your sandwich. Let that Chick-fil-A sauce dribble down your stupid fucking reprehensible chin and smile. Smile big, because you live in America. And even if you don't think you do, guess what? You do. And even, I sense it. I'm on your wavelength again. There is no ethical consumption under capitalism, TJ. What are we supposed to do? For there is no ethical consumption under capitalism. Oh, what a cute little phrase. And I'll give you this. It does have the sting of truth to it, doesn't it? But at the end of the day, it's just a fancy and nice way of saying, there is no ethical consumption or capitalism. It sounds so much more intellectual than just being like, oh. But really, it's not. Just fancier way of saying, everyone else is doing it, might as well. But hey, you know what? Don't feel bad. I'm not the guy trying to make you feel bad about any of this. I'm the same as you. I'm a fat fucking slob that consumes like a blob. Hey, that rhymes. And what do I put back into the world? Just this shit. Some audio-visual distractions for you to feast your eyes and ears upon so that you can comment, rate, subscribe, and do all the other calls to action that I request of you. Oh, yeah, check all those links down below, right? Because I'm just like all these other corporations out there. I want your fucking money and I want your fucking attention. I'm just not as good at it as they are. I'd say that it's food for thought, but we all know thinking is out of vogue. So, anyway, join my Patreon. All those links are down below. Keep this ray of sun shining, you know? And I'll see you motherfuckers on the flip side, okay? The flip side of what? Why, I don't know, existence itself. Why not? Oh, and if you like my videos, I do have a streaming channel where I hang out with people and talk to them. It's called Teach It As Life. That's linked below. I also do a podcast called Deep Fat Fried. We air episodes every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. But we do have a live news show every Wednesday. That channel is also linked below. And remember, this is probably the most important thing of all. Remember this. I love you all. All right? Not in a pandery way. I genuinely love you all. And those of you who think you don't deserve love, who think you're too fucked up, too twisted, too messed in the... No one could ever love me. Guess what? I'm the one who does. I love you most of all. You and me, brother. You and fucking